We're gonna try this again. I tried to do this live stream, but for some reason my OBS kept logging off and logging out. So I don't know what's going on with it. The topic of today is that there is a Baltimore teacher by the name of Dustin Renner who has called ICE on his students. He snitched to ICE, dry snitching on his Twitter page or X page or whatever you want to call it. He reached out to ICE, said that he has some illegal immigrants in his school, in his class, and he can give out their information and stuff like this and all this other stuff. Dustin Renner, donkey of the week. I'm sorry, Charlemagne. You are the donkey of the month, of the year, of the century. You are the donkey of foreverness. Look, first of all, let me say this. And a lot of talking points that I did in the live episode, I wish y'all could have seen that. But let me say this. There are no Native Americans in America other than the Native Americans that have all been extinct. Trump has now even trying to deport Native Americans. As I said before, what is he going to do? Put them in a plane, fly in the sky, and then land in Nevada and take them out and dump them at all the casinos, at the Indian casinos, where that's the only place that you can find Native Americans? Native Americans are the only true Americans in America. Not anybody listening to this. You are not a native of America. You know, if you're black, you were forced to come here. If you're a white person, you navigated over here. You know, if you're any other race, you came over here by any means, however you did it. Look, I'm not mad at the Latinos. I'm not mad at the Mexicans. I'm not mad. I support all of you who come over here to America. I support anybody that comes over here to America. Now, if you're one of the ones that come over here to start trouble, that, you know, that kill people and stuff like that, I don't support you. I don't. I don't support violence. I don't support killing. I don't support none of the kidnapping, extortion. I don't support any of that stuff. So if you come over to America and you bring that garbage with you, yeah, deport them. Get them up out of here. Fine. But don't deport the people that are hardworking citizens who have been over here, that do the work that Americans won't do. For instance, Nebraska. The farms in Nebraska will go bankrupt in less than 5 months. You know why? Because people are not showing up to work. You know who's not showing up to work? The immigrants. You know what the immigrants do? They are the ones that pick your strawberries. They are the ones that pick your potatoes. They are the ones that field your corn and do all this other stuff for $5 an hour that Nebraskans won't do. Nebraska. Y'all have job opportunities now. Look, anybody listening to this, there are big job openings in Nebraska right now. If you're out of work, you can go to Nebraska and find a job in the farming industry immediately. You know why? Because all of the people that was out there working in fields won't come to work because they're scared that ICE is going to come and scoop them up off them fields. And guess what? Everybody that's listening to this, you can go to Nebraska and get a job. Get a job in Nebraska. And they're going to pay you $5 an hour to plow those fields, to pick them crops. They're going to pay you a good $5 an hour. You know how much you can live off of $5 an hour? Well, just roommate with about like 50 more people, and you can live the dream of your life. Get a 2-bedroom apartment and put 50 people in there. and y'all can live out your dreams to your heart consent on $5 an hour. If you didn't know, I was being sarcastic there. But getting back to the topic of this man, Dustin Renner, calling ICE, dry snitching on ICE about his students. And I hope y'all heard me before when I said this. School is a place where some kids go to get sanctuary. And I'm telling you this from experience. Some kids don't have a good environment in the household. Some kids don't have a good environment in their neighborhoods. They may get bullied. They may get picked on. They may have something going on in the home that they're trying to run away from. When they go to school, that's their only outlet to breathe. They can sigh and say, I'm in a safe place. But not with jokers like Dustin Renner, or whatever his last name is. Not with people like this. These are extremist Trump supporters. He's going in there. He's dry snitching on his students. Some students that the kids' parents entrust in this man to help raise their kids. When you send your kids off to school, you entrust those teachers to help raise your kids, because even our in-house parents are not with their kids 24/7 during the school year. You entrust these teachers to take care of your kids. You entrust these teachers to treat your kids like they would treat their kids. You entrust your teachers to teach your kids color with color blindness. You trust these teachers to just have empathy for your kids. You trust these teachers to maybe do a better job at raising your kid than what you can do. Maybe you don't have a past 12th grade education and you want your kid to go to school and to do better than what you've done. But you can't entrust your kids to this guy like Dustin Renner. You can't trust these guys. They closed the Department of Education. I mean, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? You can't teach about Black history. You can't teach about this. You can't learn how to better your future if you don't know the mistakes of your past. You must know what you did to people that look like me. You must understand why we don't have any generational wealth. I'm not talking about, Jay-Z or Beyonce money. I'm talking about money before they had that money. Generational wealth. We as African Americans don't have that. You can't, I don't care what anybody says. You can't go back and say, okay, my family had this. They had this. We got this money from that. We got this money from that. Show me one person that had generational wealth. Generational wealth. You can't. Not a Black person. You can't tell me. Tell me a Black person that had generational wealth since the 50s, since the 60s, since the 70s. You can't. Because tell me somebody that had generational wealth. You can't. But this guy, Dustin Renner, should never set foot in a classroom again. He's an extremist. He's a racist. He is a racist. This guy felt that he is entitled to this country. He don't want nobody living in this country that don't look like him. And if he's doing this to our Latino brothers and sisters, what do you think he think about Black people? What do you think he think about poor white people? This guy should not be an educator. This guy teaches hate. This guy teaches divideness. This is what that guy teaches. Every teacher should be colorblind. You should not be teaching students if you see color. You should teach, every teacher should teach in black and white. That's it. Colorblind. Now, there are going to be copycats that do this. There are going to be other copycats that follow Dustin, Renner. There are going to be other cats that follow this guy. How is it safe to send your kid to school with a racist teacher? There are a lot of racist teachers. Just look at some YouTube videos and see how these teachers are demeaning and talking down to black people, people of other nationalities, anyone but white people. You even have white students wearing T-shirts in school spelling out the word. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? How is this going to stop? How is this going to stop? And with the reproduction of slavery that Trump is bringing back, he's bringing slavery back. He's bringing slavery back. Now, I don't know if y'all heard in the live broadcast, but there are two of your, maybe your favorite fast food places that are participating in this $1 and this $1 a day slavery. One place you can get a 4, 6, or 20 piece that has nothing to do with chicken at all. No chicken product in it. And the other one, you can go ahead and get a bag this big for $5. And there are other companies that are participating in this $1 a day slavery trade. And as I said before, and I'm ending on this note, because I want people to not only listen to this broadcast, I want people to hear what I'm saying. My young people, I'm going to end it with this. My young black people, my young poor white people, my Latinos that are here, every foreign person that's here legally. This is what's going to happen. Now, before I do that, let me start off by saying I told y'all that Trump was going to run for a third presidency, and he's probably going to win that. He's probably going to do that. I'll be shocked if Trump don't run for. Well, I'll be shocked if they don't let him do a third presidency term. Okay, he's going to do that, and he's going to be successful. He's also bringing back slavery with this. And this is I predicted that before, but now my prediction that has came true. And this is how he's going to get away with it. Okay. So you young people, listen to me very, very carefully, very, very carefully. What's going to happen is that petty crimes are now going to become felonies. And you know what's going to happen? When you get jammed up in the court system, especially as a young person, when you get jammed up in the court system, you can't afford to hire an attorney. So you're going to have to go to a public defender, which a public defender works for the state. They're not independent. They work for the state. So whether they get a conviction or not, they still live happily ever after. What's going to happen is you're going to get either time or you're going to get probation. And your probation, you have to have a job. And that job that you have is you have to work at a certain place making $1 a day. You're also going to have to pay court calls and fees and stuff like that. You're going to be working there you're going to be placed on 5 years probation. 5 years probation at $1 a day. How many days you work? 7 days a week. That's $14 every 2 weeks. Uncle Sam take his cut. Maybe that's $9. So $9 every 2 weeks that you'll be making. How are you going to afford to live? And with you making $9 every other week, what you going to do? Baby needs to eat. Baby needs Pampers. So you're going to do what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do what you're going to have to do. And then you get another charge for shoplifting. Now that felony that you did, you're a convicted felon. Now they put you in jail to make you do more time. And then they hire you out to these companies that make you work $1 a day. Now you have to work $1 a day. And these multi-billionaires are getting richer and richer off of the sweat off your back. And it's going to be legal. Legalize slavery. And with you people that's going or in the penitentiary, I know y'all get, so much a day for, cleaning or cleaning the cells or being in the kitchen and stuff like that. However much y'all get paid, they're going to pimp y'all out to these stores. The ones that's on their good behavior. They're going to pimp you out to these stores $1 a day. And then some of you who's in the prison system going to look like I'm making $1 a day when I used to make like 70 cents a day because they pay these people in jail 70 cents a day to do the work in jail, right? Slavery, legalized slavery. It's all going to come in full circle. And I'm telling y'all, remember this day I told y'all that slavery is going to be legalized. And this is how they're going to do it. Petty crimes are going to be felonies. And you're going to have to work that stuff off. Now, you have to pay to be in jail. You have to pay to be in jail. And sometimes before you can even come out, you have to pay that debt before you leave. So not only are they doing you dirty by making you do back-breaking work for $1 a day, not even $1 an hour, $1 a day, they're also making you pay to stay inside the jail. Now, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But there are a lot of jails that you can't get out of, even if you go there for a misdemeanor. There's a lot of jails that you can't get out of until you pay that hotel stay. And it racks up and it racks up. Each day you stay in there and you can't afford to pay that. And that's facts. That's facts. That's not a theory. That's facts, people. That's facts. But I'm gonna let y'all go off of this, man. This guy in Baltimore, Maryland, Dustin Renner, should be ashamed of yourself. Should be nowhere near by anywhere near by kids. Hey y'all, I hope I said it in a way where you can hear me and listen to what I'm saying. Now, again, I know I may come off brash and loud sometimes. I'm just having fun. But sometimes I put fun in the way and some people don't listen to what I said. They'll just hear it, but they don't listen. I want y'all to do y'all due diligence. There is links in the description of this episode where you can go, and they do a much better job than I did. They do a much better job than I did reporting this story. I want y'all to check this out. And if you know this man, Dustin Renner, put him on blast. Please, I'm asking everybody that's watching this on YouTube, and I'm asking everybody that's watching this on, I might post this to TikTok. I'm asking everybody that watches this, put this man on blast. Put him on blast. You want to get kids deported? Put this man on blast. Make sure it's so hard for him to find a job. Put him on blast, y'all. Put him on blast. Dustin Renner. Dustin Renner. Baltimore, Maryland. Put this man on blast. Put this man on blast, y'all. Thanks for watching. Put him on blast.